Today morning, as we approached the morning, Messi went ahead to score Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli. They are positives for those that really support Arsenal, and they're really negatives for the Brazilian supporters all over the world, because the game ended in favor of Argentina. Brazil 0, Argentina 1. There were a lot of violence in there for you, where police found themselves really hitting at the fans of Argentina, and Messi took the team of Argentina off, and then they returned, and then the game started to take off place. So Lionel Messi is going to have to react onto that, and they're obviously going to bring you exactly what the pre-cap of that game was, as we discuss Gabriel Jesus' return. How many minutes did he have to play? How many minutes did Martinelli and Gabriel Magalhaes have to play? All that and more into this video. So good morning, it's a Wednesday. Hope you're really having fun, and we are left with just 2-3 days for the Premier League to return. And remember, it's gonna be really an action-packed weekend as Liverpool takes on Manchester City. Guys, Liverpool takes on Manchester City, at the Etihad. That is on Saturday. Then Arsenal will come in later to take on Brentford at the Brentford Community Stadium. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Let's continue to subscribe to this channel such that we hit 19,000 subscribers before the end of this month. It's really possible because we are left with like 9 days to obviously hit the end, and I know people have gone ahead to continuously subscribe to this channel and give us the love that we really deserve. And that's why I also wake up early in the morning to come in here and obviously give you a brief of what is exactly happening at your favorite clubs and the news coming in the world as far as the football fraternity is really concerned. Now, let's start it off with none other than Brazil. The game ended 1-0 in favor of Argentina. Nicolas Otamendi in the 63rd minute. But to let you know, Brazil had a trio of Brazilian players really start. Gabriel Magalhaes started as the left back, then Martinelli started as the left forward, and Gabriel Jesus led the line. Now, for Martinelli and Gabriel Magalhaes, they played 75 minutes and they're taken off. And for Gabriel Jesus, he played a full 90 plus the 6 minutes that were really added on, because I watched this game, but he really looked like he lacked a little bit of sharpness. That is Gabriel Jesus. But him endeavoring through to play 90 minutes for the Brazilian national team is good news, all music to ears to all Arsenal fans all over the world, because that's what you'll ever want to get if at all you're really an Arsenal fan. When you say to it that Gabriel Jesus is back, he's going to hate to play 90 minutes, and it has been the 5th time this season when Gabriel Jesus is going to hate to play 90 minutes for club and country. So it shows you that he has not gone ahead to play a lot of minutes this season, and he needs to obviously lift up his levels. And he's now fully free from injury, and I think that acts as a boost for Arsenal, and he has gone ahead to send a message to Mikel Arteta that, please, I want to start the game of Brentford. And I think he really worked hard and really told the manager of Brazil that I'm really fit to obviously take on the side of Argentina, and he played 90 minutes. Even when Endrick was really brought on as a striker, Gabriel Jesus was not taken off. You understand? So it shows you exactly what Brazil really got in this guy. And I think it's a statement sending to Arteta that I don't want to see Eddie Nketiah start ahead of me. I want to start the game of Brentford. Right now, I know they've already gone ahead to board their planes to see to it that obviously travel back to London to obviously prepare for that game. And trust me, tomorrow, that is Thursday and Friday, the trio is going to return to take part in the training session of Arsenal as they prepare to take on Brentford. But he had really a very bad start of the game, that is Gabriel Jesus, because he was flashed. A yellow card was flashed to him after this incident. He went ahead to obviously scratch the face of Rodrigo de Paul, and he was given a yellow card in just 5 minutes when the game had just gone ahead to start. And the same Rodrigo de Paul saw Joe Wellington, who plays for Newcastle, sent off when it's just brought on, So Brazil got a red card after the game was really 1-0 around the 79th minute or 80th minute, and Rodrigo de Paul was really Joe Wellington was really sent off. But that's Gabriel Jesus in action as he played for the Brazilian national team, and he really looked sharp. And the problem with Brazil is they never created enough chances, and that's really a very huge problem for the team of Brazil. And if at all you obviously want to come in through and obviously take on the side of Brazil, sorry, the side of Argentina, the best team in the world, you need to obviously go on and obviously capitalize onto what you have. And if you don't create chances for your number 9, then how do you expect him to obviously score those goals? And he's this kind of person who is just coming in from injury. He last kicked a ball when Arsenal was playing away in Sevilla, and it has been a month plus when this man hadn't kicked a ball. So him returning is really good news, but he couldn't obviously save his side. For Gabriel Martinelli, he obviously had some 2-3 good runs, but he couldn't obviously deliver it very well. And Brazil lacked what we call cohesion in the front three. Rafinha, Gabriel Jesus, and Gabriel Martinelli lacked what we call cohesion. And I think that's exactly what the Brazilian national team manager should be working on to see to it that everything goes on well. And them following Messi, because at halftime, let me flash this photo, at just halftime, Brazil had gone ahead to foul Messi 20 times, and Messi had gone ahead to force 3 Brazilians to get yellow cards, and Messi had 1 shot on target. So it shows you that it was really a battle, and it's a tug of war every time you see Argentina and Brazil really take on. It's the biggest, by the way, game in the world. It's the biggest national team game in the world. No match comes close to that. Let no one lie to you. It's the biggest that we'll ever see these teams take on one another because of the history they have and the supremacy they've gone ahead to obviously hold for a very, very long time in South American football, and that rivalry has gone ahead to grow on. That's why you saw to it that there were people beaten, there were people beaten, and when those people were beaten, especially the fans of Argentina, were beaten by the police of Brazil. Lionel Messi, after the game, had the following to say because of the rivalry that really led to that. He said, "Tonight, we made history, but it's important to say that it will be marked by the repression of Brazilians against Argentinians once again. It can't be accepted. It's madness. It had to stop immediately. We saw how the police were hitting people. Also, with some of our families here, it also happened in Libertadores final. They are more focused on that than on playing the game. We are family. We decided to play to make situation more calm." So Lionel Messi is hinting at how the police went ahead to obviously beat up the fans of Argentina while in the Maracanã Stadium where this game of football really went ahead to be played. The scenes were really nasty, and I cannot obviously flash them on the screen because this video can obviously be really put down by YouTube because the scenarios there are not obviously good. But blood was shed, but later the game of football really went on. But even in the Champions League final of the South America, known as the Libertadores, it happened that way, and Brazilians beat up the Argentinian fans. So it looks like it's coming as a cult, or it's becoming a norm, or else it might be all about that Argentine fans don't want to behave, because if they are behaving, then would there have been any reason for them to obviously be beaten up left, right, and center? The answer is no. So according to what that game really was like, Messi has gone ahead to obviously react like that, and Rodrigo de Paul, him, he costed Brazil a man, that is Joelinton, and also saw Gabriel Jesus get a yellow card in the 50th minute. He said, "We are the best national team in the world. We speak on the field. We have the big balls. I showed today once again that I am leaving everything for this shot. We made history." So Brazil was obviously beaten, but they had the possession, but they couldn't obviously find themselves break through that watertight defense of Argentina. That's the big problem that Brazil is really facing, and that's what they face when they don't have Neymar and Vinicius Jr., because those two can obviously open up any defense, because Neymar can pull up a trickery, and that trickery can obviously cause trouble to the opponents, and he's really good, and they're going to miss him out for a very, very long time. But I believe him being out for like 4-5 months, he'll return for the next game they're going to play next year in the World Cup qualifiers. But let me show you a little bit of how that starts were down in the Maracanã Stadium. Brazil had 8 shots, Argentina had 8. Brazil had 4 shots on target, Argentina had 2. 49% possession. Brazil had some good possession, but they really lost it when they saw themselves really go a man down. Argentina had 51% and 401 passes completed by Brazil and 425 passes completed by Argentina. 88% passing accuracy by Brazil. Argentina had 86%. Then 26 fouls by Brazil. It shows you that Brazil really had a lot of fouls to make. 16 fouls onto Argentina. And by the way, almost 90% of the fouls were on Lionel Messi, because you cannot allow him to operate. The moment you allow Lionel Messi to operate, then you are done. 3 yellow cards to Brazil and 0 yellow cards to Argentina. It shows that Argentina had a lot of discipline in that game. 1 yellow card, Joelinton, and then 0 red cards to Argentina. 0 offsides to Brazil and 1 offside to Argentina. 4 corners to Brazil and 3 corners to the side of Argentina. Now we go to how the table is really standing down in Argentina. When you look at Argentina, they've gone in South America. World Cup qualifiers. Argentina's going to head to play 6 games. They're having 15 points. Uruguay, 6 games, 13 points. Colombia, 6 games, 12 points. Venezuela, 6 games, 9 points. Ecuador, 6 games, 8 points. Brazil is 6th, 6 games, 7 points. Then Paraguay, 6 games, 5 points. Chile, 6 games, 5 points. Bolivia, 6 games, 3 points. And Peru, seated at the bottom of the table, 6 points, 6 games, 2 points. And if they are to take the top 5, because they take top 5 from from the South America to go to the World Cup, Brazil cannot go. But the beauty of it all is that they are going to play 18 games. And out of the 18 games, we're going to have to play 6, meaning that they're having 12 games to go. And all they need to do is that they need to win games. And when they win their games, I think they can obviously find themselves in better situations. The beauty is that their players have been really injured, like Casemiro, Neymar. There is the other player called Vinicius Jr. And I think if all those players return on time and they play part in their next games, then Brazil will win and they'll obviously play the World Cup of 2026. Remember, Brazil is the only team that has never gone ahead to miss out on any World Cup. They've gone ahead to obviously take part in every World Cup that has gone ahead to happen in this world. So guys, your thoughts onto Lionel Messi humbling Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli down in Brazil are welcome in the comment section below. What are your reactions, guys? I know most Arsenal fans are going to be excited about how Jesus played 90 minutes, how Martinelli played 75, and Gabriel Magalhaes played 75. All that and more into the comment section below. Talk about everything I've gone ahead to discuss, and you can as well tell me what you think I've gone ahead to miss out onto this beautiful game of football that happened down in South America, that is Brazil. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum, and it's a Wednesday. We out for now. See you in the next 2-3 hours to come. Rokani David is my name, and I'm out. Bye bye.